Hello friends, welcome to today's class. In the last session, we had discussed various principles of management given by FUEL, like your centralization and decentralization, remuneration, unity of command, unity of direction. Now in today's session, we are going to move ahead. We are going to learn more principles of management given by FUEL, like your initiative, esprit de corps. Let's learn them one by one. The first principle of management for today, which is given by FUEL, is scalar chain. It's ninth principle of management. Now see, an organization consists of superiors and subordinates. The formal lines of authority from highest to lower ranks are known as scalar chain. So basically, a scalar chain is a formal line of authority from highest to lowest rank in the organization. According to FUEL, organizations should have a chain of authority and communication that runs from top to bottom and should be followed by managers and the subordinates. You can see in the picture here, Z is the top official, the superior, and below that there are various subordinates working at different levels who are working in the organization. These levels like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so these are the ranks given to the subordinates. Fine, this is the lowest rank, 1. Then 2 is the superior of 1, 3 is the superior of 2, of 4 is the superior of 3, and 5 is the superior of 4. Same way, if we come to this line of authority, here E is subordinate to Z, D is subordinate to E, C is subordinate to D, B is subordinate to C, and A is subordinate to B. So this line of authority, it acts as a line of or chain of communication also. And if we want to communicate, then obviously if one wants to communicate something to 5, then the communication is going to be through his immediate superiors. So 1 is going to communicate to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5. So this is your upward communication. Same way, downward communication also takes place, like from superior to subordinate, but the communication has to flow through all the subordinates to reach down the level. Now this is the diagram which is given in your NCERT book also. Let us consider a situation where there is one head A who has 2 line of authority. That means simultaneously he is looking after 2 projects under him or her. One line consists of B, C, D, E, and F. Another line of authority under A is L, M, N, O, P. If E has to communicate E here, E has to communicate to O, who is at the same level of authority, then he or she has to transfer the route. And how they are going to communicate? E is going to communicate now upwards. He will inform his superior D, D will inform C, C will inform B, B will inform A. Fine. Then from A to L to M, M will inform his subordinate N, and N will finally deliver the message to O. This is due to the principle of scalar chain being followed in this situation. According to Fioll, this chain cannot be violated in the normal course of formal communication because see, it the basic purpose is to bring about transparency. बेटा ट्रांसपेरेंसी होनी चाहिए, जो भी बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्ट हो रहा है सबॉर्डिनेट की तरफ से अगर हो रहा है तो उसके इमीडिएट सुपीरियर को पता होना चाहिए कि क्या बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्ट हुआ है या क्या इंफॉर्मेशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में पास ऑन हुई है. However, if there is an emergency, then E can directly contact O through gang plan. E डायरेक्टली O को कांटेक्ट कर सकता है और ये जो शॉर्टकट रूट एस्टेब्लिश होता है ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन, इसको हम गैंग प्लान कहते हैं. इट इज शोन इन दिस डायग्राम. This is the shorter route and has been provided so that the communication is not delayed and decision can be made timely. But इसकी एक कंडीशन होती है बेटा कि E और O अगर गैंग प्लान को यूज करते हैं टू कम्युनिकेट एनीथिंग, देन E has to immediately inform to his immediate superior and O also has to inform to his immediate superior, that is N. That is, E will inform D and O will inform N that some communication has been taken place due to emergency between E and O. Now the advantages or positive effect of this principle is there is orderly and smooth flow of information. There will be clear line of authority and responsibility relationship. That means we know that who has to report to whom. No communication gap is created in the organization because the immediate superiors know what are being transacted, what business is being transacted, and there will be unity of command in the organization. That is, there will be no confusion of dual order. However, the adverse effects of violation of this principle are, first, information may not flow in orderly direction. देखिए, अगर हम गैंग प्लान को फॉलो नहीं करते हैं तो कम्युनिकेशन गैप क्रिएट होगा. कम्युनिकेशन में भी उस डायरेक्शन में फ्लो नहीं करेगी जिस डायरेक्शन में फ्लो करनी चाहिए. फाइन. द अथॉरिटी एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रिलेशनशिप्स विल नॉट बी क्लियर. हमें पता ही नहीं चलेगा किसने किसको रिपोर्ट करना है, किसने किसी को, कौन किसके लिए, कौन सुपीरियर है, सबॉर्डिनेट है, बिजनेस कैसे ट्रांजैक्ट हो रहा है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, कैसे इंफॉर्मेशन फ्लो हो रही है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में. And there may be bitterness in relations between subordinate and superior due to ignoring close superiors. अगर आपने अभी हमने बोला था कि जब गैंग प्लान एस्टैब्लिश होता है फॉर एग्जांपल डी और जी के बीच में और ये कोई इंपॉर्टेंट इंफॉर्मेशन ट्रांसफर करते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ सम इमरजेंट सिचुएशन दैट हैज अराइज, तो डी हैज टू कम्युनिकेट इमीडिएटली टू सी. डी अपने सुपीरियर को इमीडिएटली कम्युनिकेट करेगा और जी भी अपने सुपीरियर को इमीडिएटली कम्युनिकेट करेगा कि ये इंफॉर्मेशन ट्रांसफर हुई है, सो दैट देयर इज ट्रांसपेरेंसी इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. The next principle which we'll be discussing now is order. According to Fioll, people and materials must be in suitable places at appropriate time for maximum efficiency. बेटा फ्योल का ये मानना था कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में अगर जो एम्प्लॉयज हैं वो काम कर रहे हैं, अगर उनको एक फिक्स प्लेस दे दी जाए और वो एम्प्लॉय जब भी हमें उससे लोकेट करना है वो उस फिक्स प्लेस में ही काम करता हुआ मिले, और सिमिलरली मटेरियल के लिए भी एक फिक्स प्लेस एलोकेट कर दी जाए और जब भी हमें उस चीज की जरूरत हो वो चीज हमें वहीं पे मिले, तो it is going to save our time and energy in searching for people and material in the organization. The principle of order states that a place for everything, everyone, and everything and everyone in its his or her place means एक तो उनको जगह अलॉट कर दी जाए and everything and everyone should be placed at that place only. Again I'll repeat myself. Principle of order कहता है कि हर एक एम्प्लॉय को जो भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम कर रहा है उसकी एक फिक्स प्लेस हो, जो भी मटेरियल इक्विपमेंट यूज हो रहा है उसकी भी एक फिक्स प्लेस हो. फाइन, एक तो वो फिक्स प्लेस हो एंड दैट everything and everyone should be placed at that fixed place only. That is going to help the organization to improve upon its productivity and efficiency. Why? Because time will not be wasted in searching for material or in searching for people who are required at a particular point of time. So essentially it means orderliness. If there is a fixed place for everything and it is present there, then there will be no hindrance in the activities of the business or the factory. This will lead to increased productivity and efficiency. Why increase productivity and efficiency? Because time will not be wasted in searching for men and material in the organization. Time waste नहीं होगा, productivity increase होगी, efficiency increase होगी. So in turn profits of the business or your factory or your organization will increase. Now the advantages or positive effect of this principle are, see, it is going to increase the efficiency and the productivity. So the first advantage is increase productivity and efficiency. No wastage of time and effort in search of men and material. ढूंढना नहीं पड़ेगा, हमें पता है फिक्स प्लेस है और यहीं पे मिलेंगे. So the time and energy in searching for men and material is saved and hence efficiency is going to improve. Effective and efficient utilization of resources. Thus, it leads to effective and efficient utilization of resources. Lastly, the last advantage or positive effect of this principle is smooth and systematic working of the organization. If everything and everyone has a fixed place in the organization and they are being placed over there, so there is no need to search them whenever they are required. So that will lead to smooth and systematic work of the organization. अब बेटा जो keywords है हमने identify करने हैं लिखने के लिए. सबसे पहले प्रोडक्टिविटी एंड एफिशिएंसी, इंक्रीज प्रोडक्टिविटी एंड एफिशिएंसी, नो वेस्टेज ऑफ टाइम एंड एफर्ट. थर्ड, effective and efficient utilization of resources, and fourth, smooth and systematic working of the organization. The adverse effects of violation of this principle are, see, if we are not going to locate the person or the material at that same place, the time will be wasted. So wastage of time and energy in search of men and material, wasteful movement of men and material in the organization, difficult to achieve objectives on time as there is no arrangement of things and people. So obviously time will be wasted, objectives ऑब्जेक्टिव्स टू बी अचीव्ड आर डिलेड. ठीक है, डिले हो जाएगा ऑब्जेक्टिव को अचीव करने में. एंड इफेक्टिव यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ फिजिकल एंड ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज विल नॉट बी पॉसिबल. तो फिजिकल रिसोर्सेज और ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज का इफेक्टिव यूटिलाइजेशन नहीं होगा, डिले होगी डिसीजन मेकिंग में, डिले होगा इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में, एंड इट in turn it is going to lead to delay in achieving the objectives of the organization on time. The next principle is equity. Now see, there is a difference between equality and equity. Just let's try to understand it with the help of the picture. देखिए गवर्नमेंट कहती है हमारी कि वी शुड गिव इक्वल राइट्स टू एवरीवन. सो इक्वालिटी हेयर मीन्स दैट नो जो भी कंसेशन देना है इरिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ योर एज योर साइज. आप देखो इक्वालिटी में द स्टूल गिवन टू ईच वन ऑफ दिस पर्सन, an adult or an adolescent or a kid, it's equal. Fine. Whereas equity, see the meaning of equity is that they all should be there at the same level. ठीक है. अडल्ट सेल्फ सफिशिएंट है तो उसको जरूरत नहीं है, ही डजंट नीड एनी हेल्प और सपोर्ट टू स्टैंड ऑन अ स्टूल. फाइन. Adolescent, yes, one, and your infant. So he should be provided with two stools. अब आप खुद देखो कि तीनों की हाइट अडल्ट की, adolescent की, infant की बराबर आ गई. This is what the principle of equity talks about. Good sense and experience are needed to ensure fairness to all employees who should be treated as fairly as possible according to Fuel. This principle emphasizes kindliness and justice in the behavior of managers towards workers, and this will ensure loyalty and devotion. See, this is going to be one of the advantage also of this principle of equity, ensures loyalty and devotion. Fuel does not rule out the use of force sometimes. Rather, he says that lazy personnel should be dealt with sternly to send the message that everyone is equal in the eyes of the management. फ्योल का ये कहना था कि जो लेजी पर्सनल है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हमने अगर इक्विटी के साथ ट्रीट करना है, फेयरनेस के साथ ट्रीट करना है, तो वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू टेक एक्शन अगेंस्ट देम. क्लियर मैसेज जाना चाहिए that everyone is equal in the eyes of the management. Those who are not performing well, they are lethargic in their approach, they will be penalized. There should be no discrimination against anyone on account of sex, religion, language, caste, belief, or nationality. All the employees who are working in the organization should be treated with equality. The advantages or positive effect of this principle are: this principle increases satisfaction and motivation level of the employees. See, the employees feel motivated, they are fully satisfied if they know that they are being treated equally. Better relation between employee and the management. If the satisfaction level and the motivation level among the employee is high, so that is going to lead to betterment of relationships between the employee and management. Again, the same advantage which we discussed in the previous slide, loyalty and devotion among the employees is going to increase. However, the adverse effects of its violation are dissatisfied employees, leading to lack of devotion. If the employees, if they feel कि नहीं equity नहीं follow हो रहा and there is discrimination among the employees, so they will not be satisfied, and dissatisfaction will lead to lack of devotion among the employees. They will not work wholeheartedly, they will not put their heart and soul into the work, and there will be discontentment among the employees. और अगर डिसकंटेनमेंट होगी बेटा तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से एम्प्लॉयज छोड़ छोड़ के भी जाएंगे, सो दैट विल लीड टू इंक्रीज इन दी एम्प्लॉय टर्नओवर. So they will not stick to your organization for a longer period of time. Employee will leave the organization in search for another job. Unhealthy relations between employees and the management. So what all is it going to result into? That ultimately the relationship between the employee and the management will be unhealthy. The next principle which we are going to talk is stability of personnel. Employee turnover should be minimized to maintain organizational efficiency according to Fuel. Personnel should be selected and appointed after due and rigorous procedure. देखिए बेटा, फ्यूल का ये मानना था कि सबसे पहले जो जो भी आप एम्प्लॉय सिलेक्ट कर रहे हो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम करने के लिए, ही शुड बी सिलेक्टेड एंड अपॉइंटेड आफ्टर ड्यू एंड रिगरस प्रोसीजर. ऐसा नहीं कि ठीक है आए, आपने एक इनफॉर्मल सा इंटरव्यू ले लिया एंड यू हैव प्लेस दैट एम्प्लॉय इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बिना ये देखे कि वेदर ही सुटेबल फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और नॉट. अगर आप अपना सिलेक्शन का प्रोसीजर, अपॉइंटमेंट का प्रोसीजर स्लाइटली रिग्रेस रखते हो, सो दैट इज गोइंग टू हैव एन इम्प्रेशन ऑन द एम्प्लॉय कि सबसे पहले कि अमंग सो मेनी एम्प्लॉयज आई एम द वन हु इज बीइंग सिलेक्टेड. इतने सारे इंटरव्यू के लिए आए थे, आई एम द वन हु हैव क्वालिफाइड द वेरियस राउंड्स एंड आई एम बीइंग सिलेक्टेड. Secondly, they are going to decide at the time of joining the organization only that for how long they are going to stay in this organization. अपॉइंटमेंट के टाइम पे ही ना ये डिसाइड हो जाता है. आपके जो अपॉइंटमेंट प्रोसीजर था, सिलेक्शन प्रोसीजर था, उनको देख के एम्प्लॉय तभी डिसाइड कर लेता है कि वो कितनी देर तक हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में रुकेगा. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में अगर एम्प्लॉयज जल्दी जल्दी आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को छोड़ के जा रहे हैं, दैट इज गोइंग टू स्पॉइल द गुडविल, द रेपुटेशन ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन द मार्केट. तो फ्यूल का ये मानना था कि सबसे पहले बेस्ट एम्प्लॉय को सिलेक्ट कीजिए आफ्टर rigorous procedure, and then there should be minimum employee turnover. टर्नओवर एम्प्लॉय आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को उसको एनवायरनमेंट ऐसा प्रोवाइड कीजिए, ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड कीजिए दैट द एम्प्लॉय शुड नॉट लीव योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. If he is efficient, if he is capable, so he should not leave your organization. So that is going to, if this is done, then organizational efficiency is increased. But once selected, the employee should be kept at their post or position for a minimum fixed tenure. ठीक है, एक बार अगर सिलेक्ट हो गया तो कुछ टाइम पीरियड के लिए एम्प्लॉय को आपको टाइम देना चाहिए टू परफॉर्म, and he should be placed, he should be posted for a minimum fixed period of time at a particular position. They should have stability of tenure. दे शुड बी गिवन रीजनेबल टाइम टू शो द रिजल्ट्स. अब ऐसा नहीं कि अभी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में किसी एम्प्लॉय ने ज्वाइन किया एंड जस्ट आफ्टर 2 months आई एम आस्किंग कि आप आ जाओ अपना परफॉर्मेंस अप्रेजल कराने के लिए, देखिए आपने कितना अचीव किया है. Give them time to settle the organization, give them time to learn about the ethos, the ethics which are being followed in the organization. Let them give them space to perform and give them sufficient amount of time to show the result. Any ad hocism in this regard will create instability, insecurity among the employees, and they would tend to leave the organization. अगर हम ये नहीं करते हैं तो डेफिनेटली अडहॉकिज्म मींस योर टेम्पररी अपॉइंटमेंट्स. फाइन. तो अगर टेम्पररी अपॉइंट हुआ है और अगर मार्केट में ये रेपुटेशन बनी हुई है दैट एम्प्लॉय तो यहाँ पे जल्दी जल्दी छोड़ के चले जाते हैं, सो देयर इज गोइंग टू बी सम काइंड ऑफ एन इनसिक्योरिटी इन द माइंड ऑफ द एम्प्लॉय एंड दे विल ऑल्सो टेंड टू लीव द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. So recruitment, selection and training cost will also be high in this case. अगर बेटा आपके एम्प्लॉयज आपके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को जल्दी जल्दी छोड़ के जाते हैं तो आपको दोबारा से एडवर्टाइजमेंट निकालनी पड़ेगी फॉर दैट वेकेंट पोजीशन. अगेन यू हैव टू गो थ्रू द रिगरस सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस. Again you have to spend on the training that employee, so that is going to be a huge investment of time also, effort also and money also. So stability in tenure of personnel is good for the business. Advantages or positive effect of this principle are: first, the employee should have a feeling of job security. Now if they feel that yes, their job is secured, so they are going to contribute their best towards the organization. So first advantage or positive effect of the principle is provides feeling of job security among the employees. Second, efficiency of employee increases and they contribute their maximum as they have the feeling of job security. Then better reputation of the company outs outside. And then लेस एक्सपेंस ऑन ट्रेनिंग, आपको कम स्पेंड करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि लोग बार बार हायर नहीं करने पड़ रहे आपको, एम्प्लॉयज बार बार उनको ट्रेनिंग नहीं देनी पड़ेगी, ट्रेनिंग नहीं देनी पड़ेगी तो आपकी ट्रेनिंग कॉस्ट सेव हो जाएगी. एंड लास्टली ऑल दिस इज गोइंग टू रिजल्ट इन टू no wastage of time and resources. Now again, if we revise keywords to be remembered to write the advantages or positive effects of this principle are: first, feeling of job security. Second, अगर जॉब सिक्योर है, देखो इससे से रिलेटेड, अगर जॉब सिक्योर है so efficiency of employee will increase. Then third keyword to be just kept in mind is reputation. Fourth, less expense on training. And fifth, all this is going to result into no wastage of time and resources. The adverse effect of the violation of this principle is it increases the unnecessary labor turnover. एम्प्लॉयज आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को जल्दी जल्दी छोड़ के चले जाएंगे इफ दिस प्रिंसिपल ऑफ स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ टेन्योर ऑफ योर पर्सनल इज नॉट फॉलोड. इंक्रीज इन कॉस्ट ऑफ रिक्रूटमेंट सिलेक्शन एंड ट्रेनिंग, फिर आपकी कॉस्ट बढ़ेगी ना. आपको यू हैव टू हायर न्यू पर्सन and you have to give them training too, so the cost of recruitment selection and training will increase. Decline in reputation of the company, कंपनी की रेपुटेशन भी मार्केट में लो हो जाती है. रीजन बीइंग कि एम्प्लॉयज यही कहते हैं कि यहाँ तो कोई काम ही नहीं करता, यहाँ तो कोई ज्यादा देर टिकता ही नहीं है. ठीक है, तो जो न्यू अपॉइंटीज होते हैं दे आर ऑल्सो गोइंग टू हैव एन एप्रीहेंशन, पता नहीं अब कितनी देर काम करेंगे. सो दे मे नॉट गिव देयर बेस्ट टू दी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. An atmosphere of frustration and dissatisfaction is being created if this principle is violated. Frequent turnover results in wastage of considerable time in learning new jobs. क्योंकि आप जिस भी एम्प्लॉय को न्यू एम्प्लॉय को हायर करोगे, you have to give them training to equip them the processes, to equip them the work which is taking place in the organization. I hope that this principle is clear to all of you. Now, the next principle of management given by Fuel is initiative. Initiative means that you on your own, the employee on your own, they are coming up and they are taking initiative, means they are voluntarily doing the work. Workers should be encouraged to develop and carry out their plans for improvements according to Fuel. Fuel का ये मानना था कि वर्कर्स शुड बी एनकरेज्ड, उनको एनकरेजमेंट देनी चाहिए क्या करने के लिए, दैट दे शुड डेवलप एंड कैरी आउट देयर प्लान. वो अपने आप ही प्लान बनाएं, काम हमने दे दिया आपको, अपने आप ही प्लान करो इसको कैसे करना है और उसको एग्जीक्यूट करो. फाइन. सो दे शुड बी गिवन that kind of a liberty. Fine, that the work is being given, plan out and execute it. Initiative means taking the first step with self motivation, means the employee should be self motivated to such an extent that he is voluntarily doing the work. को खुद इनिशिएटिव ले रहा है कि मैं काम करूंगा, मुझे आप काम अलॉट कीजिए. इट इज थिंकिंग आउट एंड एग्जीक्यूटिंग द प्लान. काम दे दिया, अब खुद प्लान करो कि इसको कैसे किस तरीके से इसको एग्जीक्यूट करना है एंड डू द वर्क. It is One of the traits of an intelligent person, initiative should be encouraged. बेटा फ्योल का ये मानना था कि if a person is taking an initiative, he is an intelligent person. फ्योल का क्या? Yes. If a person is, ये normally भी आपके ये it's an accepted fact that a person who is taking initiative, so yes, he is definitely going to be an intelligent person. But it does not mean going against the established practices of a company for the sake of being different. तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि ठीक है, इन ऑर्डर टू प्रूव योर सेल्फ कि ठीक है वी आर टेकिंग इनिशिएटिव, वी वांट टू डू समथिंग डिफरेंट, तो एम्प्लॉयज जो हैं दे शुड गो अगेंस्ट द एस्टैब्लिश प्रैक्टिस ऑफ द कंपनी. कंपनी ने जो रूल्स रेगुलेशंस एथिक्स बना रखे हैं उनको भी हमने साइमल्टेनियसली फॉलो करना है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है इनिशिएटिव लेने का कि आप उन एथिक्स के उन रेगुलेशंस के अगेंस्ट चले जाएं. सो इट डज नॉट मीन गोइंग अगेंस्ट द एस्टैब्लिश्ड प्रैक्टिसेस ऑफ द कंपनी. A good company should have an employee suggestion system wherein initiatives or suggestions which result in substantial cost or time reduction should be rewarded. फ्योल का ये मानना था कि एक हमारा ना ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में सजेशन सिस्टम होना चाहिए जिसमें एम्प्लॉयज इनिशिएटिव लेके सजेशन दें और जिन सजेशन को इम्प्लीमेंट करके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कॉस्ट रिड्यूस हो या काम करने का टाइम रिड्यूस हो जाए, so such suggestions should be rewarded. मतलब that employee should be given some kind of a recognition, some kind of a reward, so that he is motivated to take more initiatives and to give more suggestions in future. The advantages or positive effect of this principle is first, initiative increases the mental growth of the employee. Employee feel motivated, they feel happy to do the work if their initiative taken is recognized. अगर employee ने कोई suggestion दिया and it is implemented, so obviously it increases their motivation, their morale, and definitely taking initiative is going to increase their mental growth also. Commitment of employees towards the company also increases. They achieve target on time if they are set in consultation. अगर हम एम्प्लॉय को भी साथ में कमिटी में let's say member बना लेते हैं to decide upon certain things that how the work should be executed in the organization, so they feel motivated again कि हमसे भी कंसल्ट किया गया, डिसीजन लेने से पहले हमसे भी पूछा गया. that means we are also a part of the decision making team of the organization. So they achieve targets on time. They feel motivated कि हम नहीं तो we were also a part of that decision making team, so target should be achieved on time. Initiative develops a feeling of belongingness in the employees. So a sense of belongingness कि ये मेरी organization है, मुझे इसके लिए काम करना है, is also developed by applying this principle. So the key words जो हमको help करेंगे आंसर को फ्रेम करने में, first is mental growth, employee की mental growth increase होती है. Second is commitment of employees, commitment employees की increase होती है towards the organization. Third, targets achieved on time. And fifth, feeling of belongingness. So feeling of belongingness is developed among the employees. Whereas the adverse effects of his violation, अगर ये principle follow नहीं हुआ initiative का, then the two effects are first, lack of initiative decreases the thinking power of the employee. है ना, बस एम्प्लॉय का क्या होता है, क्या अप्रोच हो जाती है, ओके फाइन जो कहा गया है वो ही कर देंगे. So their thinking power is hampered. They are discouraged to take certain decisions or to suggest something to the management for the betterment of the organization. And the other adverse effect of its violation is there may be frustration among the employees if they are not allowed to take initiative in making of executing the plans. Fine. So they may be frustrated. They may be frustrated. Employees may be frustrated if they are not allowed to take initiative or if their suggestions are not recognized. The last principle of management given by Fuel is esprit de corps. Esprit de corps means team spirit. It means team spirit. So management should promote a team spirit of unity and harmony among the employees. Management should promote teamwork, especially in large organizations, because otherwise objectives would be difficult to realize. Objectives को achieve करना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. It will also result in a loss of coordination. A manager, it's a very important line. Please make a note of it. A manager should replace I with we in all his conversations with workers to foster team spirit. आप देखिए कभी भी कोई लीडर कोई मैनेजर जब भी एड्रेस करता है अपने एम्प्लॉयज को तो while addressing them he should replace I with we. मैंने ये किया इससे बेटर है हमने ये किया. Fine. So this will give rise to a spirit of mutual trust and belongingness among the team members. So this will help in fostering the mutual trust. आपस में trust increase होगा and the sense of belongingness among the employees will also increase. And this will also minimize the need for using penalties. The advantages or positive effect of this principle are: first, team spirit help in developing an atmosphere of mutual trust and belongingness. This again we have picked up from the explanation. So team spirit से mutual trust और belongingness का environment create होता है. It also minimizes the need for penalties for default. कोई गलती हो जाती है तो see, if there is team spirit, if you are working as a team, so people will be ready to take the responsibility if anything goes wrong as a team itself. ऐसे नहीं कि पर्सन ए एम्प्लॉय ए की गलती है या बी की गलती है तो दे विल से ओह एज अ टीम दिस एरर वाज कमिटेड एंड वी आर गोइंग टू रेक्टिफाई इट आल्सो एज अ टीम. So there is a minimum use of penalties for any default. It helps in achievement of group goals. And lastly, esprit de corps improves the relationship between the management and workers. So there is a feeling of again belongingness by applying this principle of management. People are working, employees are working as a team. So there is a feeling of mutual trust. There is minimum use of penalties for any default and the objectives are achieved on time. The adverse effects of the violation of this principle, that is esprit de corps, is lack of esprit de corps kills the team spirit and increases stress. People are stressed up in the organization. अगर सब यही कहते हैं ना अच्छा मैंने किया है ये मैंने किया तो इससे आपकी जो टीम स्पिरिट है या जो एंथू है एम्प्लॉयज का जो जील है काम करने की एम्प्लॉयज में वो हैम्पर होती है and it increases the stress level. So that will lead to less of coordination. So there is loss of coordination and group goals may not be achieved. I hope that all the principles of management which we have discussed so far is being clear to all of you. If you have any query, you can put your question on our WhatsApp number, which is given at the end of the slide. I hope all of you have enjoyed the session. That's all for today from my side. Thank you very much.